moisturize, which is instantly going to make you look more youthful. Make sure people know you can put them on top of makeup. It is still wedding season. People get their makeup done, they need a little refresh because they're tired. Also, I always will send pictures of them on my forehead, which sounds stupid, but I have forehead lines from teaching, and this helps fill them in instantly, and it helps moisturize so I don't look so dry. I like to look as close to 30 as possible, and I'm not. So those work, but make sure you have pictures. Make sure people get to try them. Usually once they try them, they're in love. These did not exist when ours came out, and so everyone was a little skeptical. They were like, what are these eye patch things? Everyone wears these dumb eye patches now, and they're paying money for like the gold colored ones. Ugh, I can't. So take pictures. I bought a ton of these with our points last month.
Me too, I was just saying
and
that.
I give one out if I have a customer that spends over a certain amount. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sending you a free gift, you're the best. And I'm sending them one of those because they'll probably tack that on their next order because it's such an easy product to use. And when you wake up and you look rough, to know you have something, it's the best. Not that any of you do, but this morning when I woke up at 4, whew. And the firm, we know that FOMO works, and when we were sold out, everyone wanted it. The best. Oops. Illuma Boost. You all know. The main words with that one are it has fresh vitamin C. Most products that have vitamin C in them sit on a shelf for way too long and it's expired, so it's not really doing anything to your skin. That's fresh because it activates right when you click it. You all know that. I put a lot of emphasis on mixing products so it's still one step. Because I don't want to be like everyone else where we have a skincare regimen. I will even show videos of how I put it all in my hand and use it all at once.
Yeah, I do.
And then put my sunscreen on top of it. So I'll have like day cream, eye serum, a little Illuma Boost, maybe a little pump of night, and I do a whole little facial cocktail and I smear it all on and let it dry, and then I put sunscreen on. Because I am a boy mom and I'm tired and I'm not about to do multiple steps. And people identify with that. Some people are like, well, I'm not going to do that because I like to take time on my skin. I'm not that girl.
Are you supposed to put the sunscreen on after everything else? Because I mix it right in with it.
You can mix it in. They will generally, which I don't follow rules very well, they will generally say put it on top because it just gives you another barrier against the sun. But I think as long as you're putting it on, you're beating 90% of the population. All right, the acne wipes. I would really be posting about these right now. Kids are going back to school. My son's playing football and his skin is really bad right now. It's horrible. And I'm like, dude, you're killing my business. Go use the dumb wipes. You're breaking out everywhere. But those football helmets, seriously though, like when he has acne, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Making me look bad. But the football helmets sit right here. And they are so sweaty. And you have all these kids out there who need confidence, who are breaking out like crazy, and we have one step that they actually will use. Keep posting. It's not about the quick buck for us, it's about giving these kids confidence so they feel good. We know the difference, we know how hard middle school is. It's awful. Maybe you all liked it, it was the worst. Give them tools so they feel confident, so the last thing they have to worry about is their skin, but now's the time. They're back in school, they're kind of settling in, and they might need something, so keep posting about that.
So, can you give any advice on how to approach parents for that? Because I've made those posts, don't send your kids back, who help them move with confidence. I'm not getting any traction. I got little kids, so how do you approach a parent who's got a child at that age to where they're going to be open to going, all right, maybe I want to try this for my child?
I mean, I think I could be off the mark. I just keep posting because if I see it and I know my son's broken out and it's easy, but you have to push how simple it is. Yeah. And you have to push that for the parent. It's like a facial and a wipe because they're exfoliating, they're hydrating, and they're cleansing and clearing their skin all in one thing. Like if that's something he and I can both use, it's a win. Because he's horrible at following through because he's a 13-year-old boy. It's not his job to worry about skin. So if you can post something that's easy and then have it before and after, keep going. It's going to take people a while to bite.
You said exfoliating, cleansing, and what else? Hydrating.
Well, and when I say cleansing, I mean more clearing. I shouldn't say cleansing, but it's clearing your skin.
I think taking the approach that if you're talking to the parent, kids have enough stuff to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take that off their plate. I mean, when Connor was in high school, he came to me one day and he's like, Mom, I don't want to go to school today. And I looked at his face and I was, you know, I was like, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I would not want to go to school with my face like that. And so we took him to the dermatologist and we were spending like $250 a month on
Mhm.
everything.
Poison.
Yeah.
Putting on their skin.
So hard on their skin.
He used to have to put this cream on his face at night that was like Desitin. It was like thick, white, and he was like, Mom, I really don't want to do this like if I'm spending the night with somebody. And I'm like, I get it, you know. His pillowcases were all jacked up. So I mean, just having again, honest conversation with people and say, you know, if your child has ever said anything that this bothers them, which most kids do, and even if they don't say it, you know that bothers them. Just say, you know, kids have enough to worry about. You know, take this off their plate. Give them a week sample of it. Give them five little things and send it to them in the mail or whatever.
And teenagers will avoid any kind of social interaction if they're not comfortable in their skin. One of my best friends who lives down the street, her daughter, she wouldn't even sit at the table with us when we were hanging out. And I was like, what's Bella's thing? And she's like, she hates her skin. So when these came out, Bella was like, thank God it's about time. Because she's tried everything and she kept waiting and they work. So keep going. And it's true, kids have way too much to worry about. So I'm not going to hit on all babies. You all use them. I know you like them. You've seen the posts. I will tell you the EHT, just to give you a story about it. Obviously, everyone can use it. It's a great product. This, I told you about my son's anxiety at the beginning. This came out the following, I want to say fall. So I've been in the business a little over a year. And when this was launched, I texted him because he was so nervous. We even had my 3rd grader have a phone because he had to be able to get a hold of one of us at any given moment. And I texted him and I was like, buddy, it says it's supposed to help with focus, which he wasn't focusing, so he was missing info, so it was creating anxiety, and it was just this wheel, but he didn't have any attention issues. If you or anyone you know has anxiety, you think so far beyond the present moment that you get yourself in this whole whirl and you're not focused on here, and then everyone in the class moves to something else and you weren't paying attention because you were worried about what's going to happen at 3:05. He got it from me. And I said, it's supposed to help with focus and whatever, and he goes, Mom, can you overnight it? So I did. But he's been on it for 4 years, and he's 13 now, and he just says it helps him feel less overwhelmed. And if you can help a 13-year-old feel less overwhelmed, then give me a double, because I'll take it.
I had a 20-year-old start taking it who had tried every med and was like, I hate this. He took it for 7 days and he called me and said, is this how normal people feel? He said, when I took the ADHD meds, I felt like that's probably how people felt, but I lost my creativity. And he said, I started taking this. All I felt was like, wow, this is not that race of mind I've had my whole life.
Yeah. I think this is one of our most
Yes.
I don't want to say utilized products, but one we don't post enough about. Brain health is,
sellers though, isn't it?
it is, but brain health is so hard to quantify and say like, this is how you'll feel because it's different for everyone. But my mom always says, you know, she may not care about her skin at some point, which if you know my mom, she's pretty cute. She's gonna care. But she's always like, I may not care about how I look, but I always want to know my grandkids and I want to be as sharp as possible. And so she takes 2 a day. My 10-year-old we forced to take it because he's a party. So we try and keep him focused. But their immunity, and this is also something you need to be highlighting when you post it this time of year, because we are back in the school junk that all the kids bring home. And I know some of you do not have school-age kids, but you may go to church, there's germs on germs on germs right now because they've all been reintroduced to these big school populations. EHT helps boost your immunity, and it's filling some of those gaps with the vitamins. So you don't have to say a lot, but find a post you can use because it is a fabulous product. Also, the youth factor works great in lunch boxes. If kids, they stay for after school sports. My son goes to lifting at 6:30 and he comes home at 6 p.m. So he's gone for 11 hours between football and lifting, and he's still young. So we throw that in his lunch just so I know he's kind of filling it in. Because trust me, he doesn't eat fruits and vegetables, but he gets the options. So, I think you guys know about this. The Prolistic powder, the only thing I would add with that is about 90% of your serotonin is created in your gut. That's that feel-good chemical. So the better your gut health is, the better you're gonna feel overall. And we too, we've had some people, now I don't want you to go on social media and be like, oh, it helps with anxiety and, sweet Lord, don't do that. But if you tell people if 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, we need our gut health to be as on point as possible, that's a big deal. People do feel less anxious when they have everything aligned. Their skin is better. They feel less off their game, even people who are on anxiety meds and things like that. This is also very underutilized, is the probiotic. I mean, I have to order the sleep shoes 3 at a time. Everyone in our family takes them. If you have not seen my live video with my 10-year-old, check it out. Dance break.
Go, Jess, that's me.
Get it. Get it. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Miss Jackson.
Okay, stretch again. I don't want to lose you. Oh, I forgot one thing I was going to say. Dang it. To add it in. Dang
You
it.
got time.
I know. I want to give people time to work though, because otherwise if you go home, it's like bleeding.
Do you want to go ahead and do, that was for
Oh, okay.
giveaways.
Well, a bunch of people just left, so.
Yeah, they won't be here to get the cake.
Sucks to be them. My mom just sent me a picture of a White Claw that she's drinking. I'm like, you're the worst.
Wow.
Your mom? She's babysitting my son. You're the worst.
White claw?
White Claw. Uh-huh.
White claw.
Yeah.
And do we have it down here?
I'm sure.
Letting you know, thanks. I needed your help.
It's delicious. Gluten free.
Well, I don't like bubbly drinks, but.
Oh, well then you wouldn't like it. Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
John, I don't like bubbly drinks either.
I don't like champagne, I don't like, a lot of the, Moscatos.
That stuff makes me break down hands.
I just don't like.
So that's, I don't know. That's a true story. What? You got it?
That's bad news. But thank you for sharing it.
What did you do now, Jan?
I walked like a penguin.
Walk like a penguin?
Okay.
Just got a customer.
I think you guys write it down and then you just do it and then I start rolling videos and get on that board. Just figure out what you listen to next. Because you know, you gotta get them on either like webinar or Zoom. Which is okay. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, good work.
Yeah, I'm surprised you.
Okay.
Okay.
Kids, get to your seats, please.
But we want more research.
How do you say that? What do you, like,
I just yell.
me?
I just yell.
Then you
It's
go,
like, hey, she yells it. And I'm like, and then I go, I do like multiple personality approach, where you yell and then you're nice.
okay, and then there's,
That's called the slap and tell.
They would, yeah, it's just I'll tell like,
Well, and that's what